takeout draft beer business in Russia has grown with an overwhelming demand in the last 2 years, and it has occurred for a few good reasons. The first reason, of course, is profitability. Beer distributors as well as beer establishments have found a new source for selling their products with less cost. They have also found a new market that is thriving to purchase fresh draft beer to take home. The second reason is increased demand for freshness. We all know that people are turning away from the taste of those old bottled beers for a fresh cold glass of draft beer to take home. The third reason is the availability of live beers. Draft beer stores have started carrying live beer, otherwise known as unpasteurized and unfiltered beer that comes straight from the local brewers. This sensation was only available in bars and restaurants. Now a customer can purchase it from supermarkets and beer stores before enjoying it wherever and whenever they may go. And the last factor in the beer boom in Russia is the development of the first foamless beer tap, the bagasse beer tap system. This device pours beer 3 to 4 times faster than a traditional tap, and it does it while eliminating waste. With these two main features and a newfound and rich taste from the tap, draft beer stores in Russia have enjoyed increased customer service speeds, increased sales, and an increase in overall profits. The bagasse tap was developed in Novosibirsk City, the best example of a highly developed segment of the take-home draft beer store industry in Russia. Let's have a look at the market today. Gradually, take-home draft beer has attracted more and more customers. Now, take-home draft beer can be purchased at vending stands and local grocery stores. These stands offer 6 to 10 different varieties with a wide range of prices, and it usually attracts the middle class here in Russia.
Our
brewery, of course, sells bottled beers on supermarket shelves, and we're not going to give it up either. However, we also sell our beers from taps like the one in this vending booth. This gives us the opportunity to stand out from our competitors who only sell prepackaged beer. We also use the bagasse tap for selling our draft beer because it does not take much time to fill the bottles. Actually, it only takes 2 to 3 minutes and a customer gets the fresh beer that was filled right in front of them. And because of this attracts more guests, boosts our profits from low costs, and enriches our products. And in the end, we plan to double the number of vending stands in grocery stores by next year. Apart from vending stands and grocery stores, individual beer pavilions and small beer shops started to spawn on the first floor of apartment buildings, which started the 2006 beer boom for the people with the medium and high income, as these draft beer stores offered a wide selection of beer that consisted of 25 different brands. 2006 is also the time when a new delivery service, home delivery of draft beer and snacks, appeared on the market, and they were often found in internet stores that were eager to jump into the highly profitable industry. And as the boom grew, companies started to open up chain stores around the country, proving that draft beer sales are efficient and profitable. Today, the draft beer industry has exploded into many different forms, including small beer stands in grocery stores and supermarkets, independent pavilions and small specialized shops in apartment buildings, home delivery through internet stores, and chain stores going up around the country. Also, another tendency of the take-home draft beer business is growing, and that is the selection of brands offered, totaling up to 50 different varieties, and all are being poured out of a bagasse tap. During the past 3 years, the industry has transformed dramatically with the consumption culture in Russia, which turned towards more expensive, natural live beer brands. In Novosibirsk, people also tend to choose live draft beer. So let's go see why. What beer brands do you prefer? I buy the most popular live draft beer. Do you see any changes in the people's beer drinking habits for the past several years? I'd say that for the past 10 years, people choose to drink fresh live beer as I do. Why do you buy live beer? because it's fresh and natural. In what way is it different? Well, I just like the taste the most. I like its taste. If canned and bottled beers had a better taste, I would, of course, buy bottle and cans. But draft beer, especially live beer, has a different taste, and I like that the most. Also, I like the way that I am treated in beer shops. Besides, I like that I can buy many different kinds of fish and snacks for my beer. They do anything to please a customer, and I must say, the beer fans really appreciate it. Do you prefer draft beer? Yes, I like draft beer. Why? I like this type of dark beer because it has a great taste. Also, beers of the same quality usually cost about 100 rubles per liter. This costs about 40 rubles or less. So, do you mean you buy it because it's cheaper? Not really. There is no bottled beer with this great taste. I see you've bought draft beer. Oh, I mean you've bought fresh live beer. Why? Because it's fresh and it has no preservatives, I believe. I guess that means you don't buy any bottled beer. Not really. Well, I do have a few bottles in my refrigerator, but you know, I only drink those when there's no draft beer left. And as you know, the choice of live beer brands also depends on your income level. Well, for me, pasteurized beer is not as tasty as unpasteurized live beer. Have you noticed that live beer is getting more and more popular? Sure, everybody sees it. People started going to beer shops not because they have nothing to do. They like the taste more. While they have pasteurized beer too, pasteurized beer's not for me. The average profile of those who consume beer has also changed. Now these are the men over 30 with an average to high income, and they know the beer they like. Excuse me, do you drink beer? Yeah. What type of beer? I drink draft filter lager. Why draft? It's tastier. Well, I guess some customers are really eager to pay for their favorite drink, and I really don't think they're going to be changing their preferences anytime soon. Beer stores not only sell take-home draft beer, they also sell lemonade and their traditional Russian drink kvass, which is a favorite among Russians, especially during the summertime because along with beer, they sell very well in the hot season. The fast development of the draft beer business in Russia is also explained by the fact that here, the cost to open a takeout draft beer business with 6 brands is around 200,000 rubles or 7,600 US dollars. It also costs 100,000 rubles or 3,800 to add an additional 6 brands. It also takes an average of 1 to 2 months for a store to go from the ground to operational, and it usually takes up to 9 months before you'll see your initial investment. This type of business is also easy to remove, to be placed in different locations, to expand, and more important, it brings you great profits. Take-home draft beer stores are of special interest for non-alcoholic beverage producers, beer brewers, and microbrewers because the stores open a new distribution channel for them. Beverage producers can also supply their products to already existing establishments, or they can set up their own establishments. It is also more cost-effective to package products in kegs and to sell them from those kegs. And with a bagasse tap, you will keep the quality of your product, serve more guests faster, reduce waste, and you'll do it while filling your bottles and increasing your profits. Russia's draft beer business, which started in Siberia, has already gone beyond its scope while reaching a value that has been appreciated in the Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and Latvia. This industry is still growing around the world, and for those who bring this industry into their market, you will have the ability to gain the lead in a high-profit industry while maximizing your potential by being the first.